Should be able to just go, maybe on an angle a bit. Outside of any worms that are already here, should be able to avoid any pockets of disaster. All this stuff's gone. General merch is up. Oh, good. He did do it. Okay. Then I do need to update the command. Man, we're back. Ooh-wee. It's also only for cosmetics, by the way. Well, I never would have known if you didn't tell me. That's very true. Do that, that, and that. I don't know where I got the third one from. Must have been out adventuring. Steel ingot. There's one more thing I wanted to put in here. Put it in your butt. Oh, never mind. That was all I wanted to put in there. You only drink a good beer with food? Food. Water's full. Steel is carbon, iron, and water. Oh. Why haven't we been making this already? I just probably didn't check since I got carbon. But that means there's a lot of stuff we're going to be doing real soon with steel. Slaver still suit. Complex device capable of extracting water from a corpse. Place to close. So sub-thief. So you bring bodies back and it just... Machine allows water from environment over time. Fragile container for storing water that can be utilized. Oh, it's just a larger water storage. And then next set of armor and stuff and guns. A weapons fabricator, garment fabricator, survival fabricator, vehicle fabricator, cutlery rank 3, power pack rank 3, wind turbines, they were talking about that earlier. What about over here? Still tent. Equipment placed down to make a temporary frame and shelter from the heat of day and mild sandstorms when entered. Drink from the tent to regain lost moisture. A thumper. Bro. Is there any way to like attach this to Mr. Rob's bike without him knowing? Spiced beer. Personal light. Oh, thank God, dude. And then rank 3 bike. This is 4 carbon and what time is it? Oh shit, we gotta go. I was gonna go do a quick iron run. We'll put this steel on though. Craft. 49. Okay. All right. Obviously got a lot to do now with all the steel opened up. We'll probably work really quite quickly through the steel. We already have a lot of carbon. We know where to get it easily. We're basically just going to build whatever we need to build with steel, get our bike, get our new armor and guns, and then we're going to hit up aluminum pretty hard in here. I don't know what's in here yet, but we can peek it from over here. Looks like it's a far ways, so probably is. Flight necessity. We still haven't found where the fourth thing is either. And we'll go scan those. But yeah, steel. Steel's on the menu next. Did I deposit everything? That could be sharded, aluminum, steel, basalt. Don't know why that didn't auto-deposit earlier. Okay, cool. All right, we'll come back to this in no later than 10 p.m. tonight. So if you're interested in this and not hanging out otherwise, 5 hours, max. I am not sober.
Found a Mark III repair
Turns
gun for
out
vehicles, so it's
that doing
super nice.
drink per world premiere, including an indie show, was not a good idea.
Just been using it.
But the best
all
part
day.
is,
I found a Mark III booster for bikes, but I recycled it.
That's very unfortunate. That'd be good.
the
on the
best
bike.
part is that we knew this was coming. Because we
Well, those
based this
just make
game
them
on
take
the
longer to
previous
heat
time
up
we did this
or ready
game
to
6
run
months
longer.
ago. And
Still be nice.
knew it wasn't a good idea. But did it anyway. Ding! Alright, let's go play Dune. Hello.
We're going to lose Ted to Life of Pi. We're going to lose Josh to Ball Pit. That's what's happening.
Life of Pi?
The thing with the tiger.
The pie of the tiger. Dee-dee-dee-dee.
Fuck you going, Flex? Please get... but then that won't stimulate your eyeballs. Okay, so the next thing we said we were going to do is launch probes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But also, I managed to finally get through the trooper stuff to get the next tier of unlock, which is just tier 2.
There's a
And
couple
more
things
stuff
we
to
need to
get tier
do
3.
beside that.
But the step between throwing a grenade
Dispenser.
on
We need
tier
to make
1
another
is
one.
70 damage,
I'm
and
not talking
throwing
about
it on
Spencer
tier 2 is
talking right now. I'm talking about
240
Dispenser.
damage. So, kind of worth getting the damage based
Oh, should probably
ones.
Yeah, I
hook
gotta
up
go
with
do that.
Josh.
Where's the tier 2
Emperor's
trooper guy?
Wings.
Arakeen.
Yeah.
And we can make some a bunch of.
Josh,
Wait,
where's
wait,
the,
hold up. We just opened
basic level
the
Bene Gesserit?
steel.
I have not found it.
We just opened the
You said
steel
you did yesterday. You said you
Penrose
found
box.
that like starter.
I found the
book.
Mentat.
Oh, Mentat.
We must save Bulbalon. Honestly, it looked kind of poggers.
Yeah.
Bob, it sounds like something Bonnie Blue would do. Doesn't she have another thing in June? I heard from a friend. Collects water from the environment over time, routable between. I'm curious about this. 30 silicone. How many research points do we have? 144. Let's grab this. Bigger water storage is fine. You're level 3? Fucking nerd, dude. I'm not going to do the still suit because we said we're going to do light armor instead. So might as well go with the next level of light armor, which is this stuff, which is scout armor. So we'll research that. And I didn't like the dagger as much as the sword. That's the sniper rifle Mr. Rob's using, so it's probably not very good. That's the Karpov. That's the one we're using. Pistol's fine as well. Snub nose. We want the new sword. Shield rank 3, we definitely want. So we're going to do that. We're going to do the sword. Then we're going to do the gun. The rifle. Use to expand your land claim. Crafted in survival fabricator built within. That's good. It basically expands the area we can build, so we can expand our base a bit if we want. Weapons fabricator we'll need probably by default. A lot of survival games do this. You start with like a generic fabricator that crafts kind of everything. Weapons, armor, general gear, general things like that. And then later on you become specialized crafting stations, which is what this game's doing right now. So there's weapon, there's armor, there's the general shit fabricator. Vehicles. Cut array we need, of course. Yeah, because this does copper, granite, salvaged metal, iron, carbon, netherite, and basalt and aluminum. So we couldn't get that before, but now we can. Power pack level 3 we need. Wind turbine not as important right now, although we do need another power source, and we have a lot of fuels. Should have a lot of fuel cells, so that's okay. What's over here for steel? Those are locked. Spiced beer, personal light. Personal light's good. Let's grab that. Gets really dark sometimes. Dispenser belt we need because our old one broke. And then these are all the rank 3 sand bikes things. I think we're like out of research, yeah. Oh, the buggy rank 3 as well. Is buggy. Sand bike booster, I don't care about that. We got all the sand bike stuff we need here. Tread, engine, PSU, chassis, hull. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We should also start getting invites out for any community peeps that want to join.
I know who's been invited before. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you mean invited again? I was there already.
Didn't want to build
so.
any turbines or anything
Okay.
like that.
What do we prioritize building here? Actually, is a good
Come together and take them down
question.
thing?
Of all the new steel
I
stuff
don't
we
think
just
so.
discovered,
We're
'cause
gonna
have to go
need
farm
have
some
built
steel
a
for
bunch more
sure.
stuff before, like, we should move when we get aluminum stuff going.
Where is aluminum, though? Isn't it far enough that it's worth moving closer to?
Yes. So once we figure out where that is, we move to it.
Ah, okay.
There is aluminum, at least, in the eastern shield wall.
The eastern shield wall?
It's above. It's 2 zones north of western of Vermilius Gap.
So the
If you hover your mouse up
western
there.
shield wall. Oh, I see what you mean. The zone is
Yeah.
called eastern shield wall. Yeah.
There's a western too, further west.
Yeah,
of that.
yeah. That makes more sense. I was like, what do you mean the east? I literally zoomed out and I looked at the like wall on the east of the map that you can't go past. I didn't realize there was one called shield wall.
Okay. Lost my train of thought because Josh's voice is just that terrible to my ears.
But I think
Silicone. That's what I came to see. What do we? Silicone block.
I think moving from
flour,
here will be
water.
a million times easier if we can have a ornithopter.
You can also keep this base and just build a new one too.
Yeah. I also think new base we should plan it as like a late game clan hub sort of thing. And then we can each have
Okay.
like little
So that's
side
being
bases
built.
that we want for our own shit.
So
and
we'll
storage.
want,
Taxes on every single one of them.
You only pay taxes on ones that you are a owner or co-owner on.
Sure.
Because there's no additional, like, it's that and clan. Those are the 2 group things.
But like I'm not a co-owner on Ted's, but I was able to pay Ted's taxes. Because I've never been to
And
Ted's base.
you're either a co-owner or an associate on it.
Let me see. The permissions are Spencer, Josh, and Rob are all associates currently.
Yeah.
So you only
So how was I able to pay taxes on Ted's then?
because you're associate on it. Because he manually added you to his thing.
Pay my shit.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that, okay, fair enough. So you just wouldn't.
I don't think you
not
can
manually add
demote
anyone to
below
anything.
associate though when you add people.
No.
The thing is,
So-
if I don't include you, you are not allowed in this base. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
the,
don't-
the roles are owner, which is the one that puts it down, co-owner, which can do most of what an owner can, but not everything, and associate. Those are the 3 like base roles.
where were we, chat?
After that, it's guild, and then after that, it's everyone.
I
we
guess
don't
what
need
I'm
to worry
saying
about
is
the higher water storage,
if
especially
I
if it costs more
added you,
silicon
Josh,
blocks right
And then I
now.
added Ted, and I added, Rob.
This
As,
costs
as
water,
anything online.
steel.
When you went to pay your taxes, you would
The
have
armor's
no
not
idea whose
such a big
taxes
deal
you paid.
because we just
they all
upgraded.
just
Weapon is
say-
a bigger deal.
The same thing.
So getting artisan
The
Karpov
list of things
and
that you're
artisan
paying
sword
are
probably
all,
a bigger
you know,
deal
it's
right
like
now.
Whatever it is.
Can we
base.
make cobalt
Like,
paste?
there's no like
Name your
Ted's
base.
thing or so and so's thing.
We can make
They're just
cobalt
a generic
paste.
statement.
Erythrite
So
crystals. We can't make that much of it though.
It'll be the name of the base, which you can set at the advanced sub-thief console. We just didn't do that on either of these bases. Either way, like if we have one big base or not, like we should have a
And then we
base.
gotta
Like
make
we're
all
going to
these
need a
weapons
guild
fabricators.
base that has guild structure and construction stuff in it. Otherwise,
garment
we might as well
fabricator.
not have a guild.
Survival
'Cause the whole point is to
fabricator
be able to collaborate on getting big materials together and shit.
and vehicles fabricator. We got to
Yeah.
make those 3 and the cut array.
I don't have an issue with
Ideally.
having a large group base.
Why is the
but
P ready to play?
Just the idea of having like splintered out into 30 different bases and then going to a tax thing and trying to pay your taxes sounded like an absolute nightmare.
And don't authorize everyone on every random little base that we make.
It's not you authorizing. It's if they authorize you, then you have to.
Right.
Like,
So if we just don't do that as a group, if we say, hey, if you make a little base to yourself to just store your shit in, don't authorize everyone on it, because
Sure,
why would you
yeah.
do that anyway?
Get a construction tool.
These are incredibly solvable problems is basically where I'm getting at with this.
Utilities. Fuck, we need iron ingots again. Oh no, worker station. Recycler, wind trap. Oh, we need so much silicone. Okay. Fabricators. Here we go.
It might be handy.
Steel for garment. These are all going to be steel, of course.
At the current base.
These are all the same price. Complex
Or,
machinery. 30
30
complex machinery for one of these fabricators.
We don't have to remove this space at all.
Improved blood purifier, small ore, small chemical. Okay. I assume the regular fabricator at this point could not create steel stuff. That's my guess. Yes, it cannot. So this is where we have to create the new shit. Okay. Weapon is probably the most important based on how shit the enemy AI is and the fact they just want to kill stuff before it overwhelms you. So, of my limited complex machinery, steel less so, but complex machinery, we'll make this for now. Cool. There it is. Artisan sword, that's T3. And we can make it comfortably. We don't have enough power. I lied. So we need to produce another one of piece picker. This here. We must have some fuel cells in our storage. Hello, guys, Strafe. Okay, so we'll put that down. And I assume we have some fuel cells here. I mean, it's such a common item. I must have stored some here. The problem is we have been throwing them out a lot lately because we just have so many all the time. That I might actively have avoided them so much that we don't have any. Okay, I lied. We have 483. Let's take half of these. How many are left in here? 7 days worth. Okay, we're okay. So we will put... Oh, not all of them. Fuck. General settings.
What does the
Storage. Half. Split.
what does the Z do?
Alright, so that should be okay now. We should have enough power.
Iron spikes.
Good. So now we make
it
the new
activates your
sword.
spike
Wait, no, I
powers
lied.
and then inside
X. We make the new artisan
you'll
sword.
have done a trial where you
And we make the new artisan
make Giga
carp off.
powerful for a
It's
while.
a 17.4
Yeah, no one was
damage
hurt outside.
per bullet. Our current one is 16.
Depending on
Ugh,
your
is that
class, like,
worth
I'm pretty sure the ones
actually?
that you
I
created
mean,
for the Swordmaster ones.
Uppies and uppy up. It's because we have a unique, but it's a
What was the
T2
unarmed
unique.
combat stuff? It seemed like there was
Is
like
this
a
heavy
free
ammo?
kick and-
Oh, it's still light.
Yeah, all that stuff that I did not have when I pressed
we
the
take
other
this.
side of the place. All of my normal abilities were just enhanced.
Ah, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, the abilities that it gave you inside are all Swordmaster abilities.
Yeah, there you go.
Incendiary gel rockets. Alright, so we got we're about to have our guns in a second. T3 guns. Good. Okay, so we sword swap there, gun swap here. I'm gonna keep the unique two-hander I mean, just in case like, we get wormed or something, right? Like, there's no use throwing it out. The sword, the sword too, actually. That's fine. Fuel cells can go away. They can go over here. Alrighty. That's about all we can produce with steel right now, based on the amount of steel and shit we have. Thing is, we don't really need that much steel stuff because we've already discovered the aluminum spot, and aluminum is tier 4, and it's going to be all the same shit again, right? Like, let's be honest. This game's tech system is very predictable, so I'm not sure how much time is worth being put into T3 steel stuff outside of the basics until we just kind of brute force tier 4. That being said, we need a ray amplifier and cobalt paste for cut array Mark III. That comes in caves. Which caves? If we can get cut array rank 3, it means we can start natty farming
Fucking
aluminum.
Needs 21 more
If we can
meters.
start natty farming aluminum,
You can get talents that extend the range of the scan.
then that's a good thing.
That's part of the planetary guy.
Oh, really?
Cave, micro sandwich fiber, EMF generator. Do you not discover caves after an EMP pulse? Maybe not. I thought you did. We still have some
I've set
quests
up
to
a
put out,
wind
so we
trap
can go do
at
those too.
base so that we have some passive water generation.
Okay.
We were only doing
To
that
Josh's
earlier, but I'm not
point,
sure if we were doing it now or after we moved, so we didn't do it.
I mean, worst case, you just tear down the old one and build it at the new one.
those are the different fabricators. This wind trap. What are we missing? It takes 90 steel ingots for
Spencer,
a
could
steel
you
trap.
transfer your chart? Your
No, we
map
need to go
to,
get iron, right? I just remembered.
try that?
Okay, let's go do an iron run.
I didn't do it. Josh did it.
Oh, he did
Yeah.
do it. It
Let's
worked.
go do an iron run,
Yep.
Chad.
Yep.
That sounds
Okay.
good, Sloot. You're so handsome, too.
If you
Oh,
go
you
to
guys
our
are so
base
silly.
and you go like down the
We gotta make some
stairs from the
probes as well.
crafting area,
And I'm not talking about like, the type I shoot
at the
in
bottom
the
of the
sky.
stairs is one of our power generators.
craft.
The chest right next to that has sync charts for 2 zones inside of it.
Okay.
What? You're gonna start spreadsheeting? Nah, it's a predictable tech formula. It's just about what's essential. It's about, do we want to take
Sync charts around
do
so
we
you
want to
can
take the scenic
make them
sunny
wherever you want.
route
'Cause you can
to
make a
each
sync
tier,
chart of
or do we just
anywhere
kind of
that
want to
you've
get through it,
explored from
right?
Anywhere that you've been.
We can go build everything in
Oh,
steel like we did with iron for shits, but the reality is we've already discovered aluminum.
Yeah,
so it's like we
under
just
my
build everything with
apologies. It
steel and
takes
then
like
go
2
harvest
skill points
aluminum
to
and forget about half the shit we built with steel. So it's like whatever. Let's just get what we need for steel to make the aluminum harvesting more efficient, and then go from there.
Oh, it's a passive. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It just unlocks the ability
Nom-sing-
to
oh, wait, we
use,
need,
so you buy the sync charts at
This is broken.
the trading post,
This is
the
almost
blank
broken
ones.
too.
Yeah.
We
And
need-
then once
I
you
need one
have
of
that
this.
skill,
I
you
need
can.
one of this.
There's a
But we
extra
can't
option that
actually natty
opens up
craft
when you're
T3
looking
yet.
at
I mean, we can, but
as long
we
as
don't
you
have the
an
mats for
empty
it.
sync chart in your inventory.
So we need to. What are we missing? Iron, of course. Motherfucking iron. We need that, and we need.
Well, this guy's stuff is almost all passive. It's kind of nice.
This. Iron.
It
Iron,
is.
both ways.
It's just about how many points you want to hang on to for your
So we're gonna take
other
the bike, and we're
talent
gonna do a
stuff.
quick
Remember,
iron
you
run.
can respec, so,
Easy
you
peasy.
can burn through them. as
We're gonna
long
go
as
from
you're
there.
willing to-
Is this the T2
wait
one?
a day.
Yeah, it is the T1's over there.
Oh, it takes a reach.
It's 2 days. It's 2 days. Right?
Who put
Right
this
now,
fucking
it's
doorway here? I swear to God.
Points that I haven't used on anything.
Grow up, try.
Yeah. I mean, you can
You enjoyable so far? Yeah, it's been fun, man. It's got its issues.
It's going to take you 2 days for you to use another reason.
Case in point.
Sure you're happy with what you're doing.
It ain't perfect, but it's fun. Like, I'm having a good time. And ultimately, as long as you're having a good time, that's good. It's got enough to keep me engaged. I'm playing with my buddies at arm's length proximity because I don't trust them.
Give me the points, boys, and free my soul.
And I'm curious to see what the end game's like. So it's got an
I wanna
entertaining amount of
respect in a
hours
fucking
that I want to
hole.
like involve into it.
As a troll.
no.
Is it
I need
objectively
20
like a really
meters.
good survival crafter, like groundbreaking? No. It's got a lot of
Which one is?
issues. If you're to strip away the Dune franchise entitlement that it has, we're talking like a 6.5, 7 out of 10 survival crafter.
I'm
A lot
headed
of
there right
like
now.
graphical issues, performance issues, shit like that. It's playable though. Don't get me wrong; that might be a little exaggerated, but it's still fun. But it's very much like Biome 1, Tier 1 materials, gather copper. Biome 2, Tier 2 materials, gather iron. Recreate the exact same items as Tier 1, but now with iron, plus like one extra little cool thing. Tier 3, now get steel. Do the exact same thing. Craft all the same armor and weapons, but with steel this time. And, you know, like... So it's this, you just go through the steps every time, and, like, that's fine, because it's fun enough to, like, run around the world and do it. Not enough power. Oh, I don't have a battery. That's right. Gotta put that in for now. This battery's almost dead. So, yeah, iron's super important for us right now. But it's like, it's fun enough, that process is fun enough. And they involve some things, and, like... You know, the game's quirks with, like, the worms and stuff are, like, fun enough that they keep you entertained. But it's not anything groundbreaking by any means. And it is carried by the Dune franchise title. So if you're a huge Dune fan, I don't know as far as the lore goes in this game, if it's doing it justice and stuff, but, like, I've largely kind of been, like, for the narrative, been like, that's neat. I have to go farm steel now, you know, that kind of thing. You drunk driving? Oh, I always do it. Getting car sick just watching it? Alright, yeah. This is just basically how you drive, guys.
Oh, you're all the way.
Yeah, I'll come down to you.
But, yeah, that's good. It's a good time.
Southern, well, it's like kind of halfway through. At the spot where the
Ooh, that blue line, dude.
Earthrix crystals are.
Earthrix crystals.
You're gonna be down in the hole.
Feels Christmas.
I'm gonna mine Kale's crystal.
Oh
And turn them into carbon paste.
my. Okay. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your cock and balls and drift away. Drift away. How about do the classes matter here, do you think? I think they matter to the game's strength. I think they matter at different times. So, like, the combat is incredibly simplistic and the AI is super idiotic in this game, that combat doesn't matter so much early on. We've died one time, and it wasn't because it was like, wow, that was really hard. It was more like, oh, enemies spawned on us in a room where we got 17 on 1, and I just, like, didn't have anywhere to hide. But you basically just shoot target dummies in the head most of the time in the game. So it's just a numbers game of, like, get the best weapon and armor to make it efficient. That being said, there are definitely some perks and skill trees that help with that. So things like a bit of extra health, a bit more ranged weapon damage, things like that. There's ways to CC enemies, like my two main... You can't see it now because I'm on the bike, but, like, one of my main abilities is just, like, you know, you use the voice to call an enemy over and they, like, get tranced for 5 seconds, so you can just kind of stab them to death and deal with them that way instead of them rushing you. But for instance, there's a bunch of passive stuff in skill trees that are catered towards farming, which is what I'm doing right now. And a lot of the early game, especially in PvE, if you have any experience with survival crafters, is really just farming, right? And that's what we've been doing a lot of. Just, I mean, what am I doing right now? Collecting a bunch of iron. So things like 15% extra yield, 10% extra yield, you know, like less durability, like damage to this, more storage, blah, blah, blah. So these, like, increase efficiency early on, whereas later in the game, I haven't experienced it yet, but later in the game, you know, it's more focused around the, like, the PvE-EVP zone. And there you're probably going to want to look a little more into combat-related talents and abilities that let you harvest efficiently, but also, you know, don't put you in a situation where you can get just killed by other players or NPCs, whatever it may be. Kind of thing. Give me the beat, boys, and tune my soul. You are very small, cock and ball. Why is it so warm? Fan your nutsack, bitch. Legit sticking to my chair? Well, why did you dip your nutsack in blue?
I love this book.
Ironically, need these So yeah,